Commissioner Roger Goodell sent out a release about discipline and has nothing to do with Deshaun Watson. Nope. I will read to you from the email I recently received on my NFL email account. NFL announces findings and discipline following independent investigation of integrity of the game policy violations by the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, let's not forget the whole to-do that kind of kicked off this crazy-ass year in the NFL as soon as everything kind of died down in the regular season and we're matriculating our way through the playoffs and just after. Brian Flores fired by the Dolphins out of the blue. And then he files suit alleging that the Dolphins had some interesting contact with a star player on a boat and things like that, and a 3-hour tour and, Miami's version of the Gilligan's Island. And the tiny ship was lost, and that ship was the Miami Dolphins in apparently as well 2019, when Flores says that owner Stephen Ross offered him $100,000 for every game that he would lose, so they could tank for what wound up to be, I guess, Tua instead of Burrow. And according to the NFL, Mary Jo White, former U.S. attorney and SEC chair, and a team of lawyers looked into this. They looked into whether the Dolphins violated league rules prohibiting tampering with a player and a coach under contract to other clubs, and whether during the 2019 season the Dolphins intentionally lost games to improve the club's draft position in the 2020 draft. The tampering does indeed involve the two people that everybody's been talking about, a charge led by our friend that kicks off this here, NBC Sports on Peacock, Ron DeLay every day, and Mike Florio. Oh, you bet. The league says the Dolphins had impermissible communications with one Tom Brady. And it started when he was a Patriot.
Yo.
As early as August 2019 and throughout the 2019 season and postseason, numerous and detailed discussions were conducted by Mr. Beal, not Howard, the famed former, may he rest in peace, UBS news anchor. No, they're referring to a member of the Dolphins minority ownership, Bruce Beal, Dolphins vice chairman and limited partner. They talked to Tom Brady when he was a Patriot, Chris. This had nothing to do at the moment with the Buccaneers.
Although they talked to him then, too.
Until we look at the paragraph below, and the Dolphins again had impermissible communications with both Brady and his agent during the 2021 season, and he was under contract to the Bucs. The discussions began no later than early December 2021, focused on Brady becoming a limited partner in the Dolphins and possibly serving as a football executive, although at times they included the possibility of him playing for the Dolphins. And in January 2022, they had impermissible communications with our friend Don Yee, the agent of the Saints head coach Sean Payton. So the Payton-Brady gambit, according to the NFL, did indeed actually 1,000% happen, and the Dolphins are now being smacked down by it. Tampering violations of unprecedented scope and severity, Commissioner Goodell said. I know of no prior instance of a team violating the prohibition on tampering with both the head coach and a star player to the potential detriment of multiple other clubs over a period of several years. Similarly, I know of no prior instance in which ownership was so directly involved in the violations. So directly involved. Wow. Now, they did say that the Dolphins did not intentionally lose the games during the 2019 season. Nor did anybody, including Mr. Ross, instruct Coach Flores to do so. No witness contended otherwise. The Dolphins competed hard to win every game, including the end of the season when they beat Cincinnati and New England, despite worsening Miami's position in the 2020 draft. Thus, no shot at Joe Burrow, right?
Correct.
Kicking off Tuanon to this very day. During the 2019 season, on a number of occasions, Mr. Ross expressed his belief that the Dolphins' position in the upcoming draft should take priority over the team's win-loss record. It sounds like asking to tank to me. The comments were made most frequently to team president and CEO Tom Garfinkel. Wait a minute. That's no relation to Ray.
Or Art
Finkel.
Oh.
No relation to that Dolphin great. Right? Laces out?
Laces out.
Uh-huh. But they were also made to Chris Greer, the GM, Senior Vice President Brandon Shore, and Coach Flores. The comments, which he took to be suggestions that he'd lose games, troubled Coach Flores, led him to express his concerns in writing. Writing. Man, he's not messing around, clearly. To senior club execs, each of whom assured Flores that everyone, including Mr. Ross, supported him in building a winning culture in Miami. After this, Mr. Ross no longer made any such comments to Coach Flores. Yeah, I don't need to laugh. Yeah, I bet not. He put it in writing. That's a paper trail. One such comment is a claimed offer by Mr. Ross to pay Coach Flores $100,000 to lose games. Now, there are differing recollections about the wording, timing, and context. However phrased, such a comment was not intended or taken to be a serious offer, nor was the subject pursued in any respect by Mr. Ross or anyone else at the club. Yeah, he's just joshing around. You know, and I think we should pay more attention to our draft position than actually winning this game. He says to other people in the building, come on. We're not teaching that at the Ross School of Business, are we?
I mean, he's an old man. He just says
Although
things.
that is a transaction.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that is a course that they could teach at my alma mater, where his name's all over the place. Hey, that is a business deal. Better to lose than to win. Even when you lose, you win. Isn't that the line from
LeVar Ball?
Oh, isn't or even if you
when I lose, I win.
No, even if you lose, you win. That's
White Man Can't Jump too.
No, that's Raging Bull. That's Joe Pesci to.
I never knew that.
It's everybody.
You got to watch Raging Bull. Yeah. So what does this all mean? The Dolphins are going to cough up next year's first-round draft choice. See ya.
Bye bye.
And then a third-round selection in the 2024 NFL draft. Stephen Ross has got to be out of the building starting now to October 17th, 2022. And he gets a $1.5 million fine.
Can't go to any meetings, kicked off all league committees.
Oof.
Until October? Or
Indefinitely for the meetings.
Yeah, man.
does this seem a little light to you guys? Or is it just
Dude,
me?
You're
the
nothing's
owner?
worse than forcing someone to sell. I guess he can't do that. And $1.5 million is...
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mere bag of shells when you're talking about meeting Tom Brady on your yacht. I get it.
But it's the max allowed.
But it's the max allowed. I mean, this is what he could do. I mean, what's he going to do? He's took away a first-round draft choice is significant, dude.
Good. Even when you lose, I win.
That's significant.
But
everyone's going to take this and say Deshaun Watson got 6 games and he got more for tampering. And it's a different silo of
different rules,
different rules and a different silo and different precedences. And this is something that Roger Goodell could do. And he's going to have to chime in on Deshaun Watson in short order anyway. But, man, he reached, I mean, go on with your bad self, huh? Just reach out to Tom Brady whenever you want. And by the way, Tom had every chance to go to Miami, didn't he? Right? When he left New England. He had every chance to do it, and he didn't. He went to Tampa instead. Wonder how that one landed on the yacht. And then what did happen when Tom was thinking of retiring? He'll handle it easily by saying, I didn't go there, and I'm just talking about the season football questions, please.
Does he speak today? I know he spoke yesterday.
I don't know.
Jenna Lane pointed out the Dolphins and Bucks have joint practices starting soon.
Well, it looks like they had a lot of other joint things going on unbeknownst to the Buccaneers. That's what it seems like to me.
This is just wild.
There was a Stephen Ross joint. Just like, come on, man. Just going to reach out to... What do you think Bob Kraft thinks about this?
By the way, does everyone...
in division, Tom's thinking of leaving. He's thinking of leaving New England. I mean, you're messing with the forces of nature, to use the phrase from Network. He's messing with Tom Brady's exit from New England. How do you think this lands with Bob Kraft?
Does everyone believe now that the Dolphin stuff is true? Does this actually cement it for everyone?
Well, they're losing a draft choice.
Will ESPN cover this now?
I imagine they will forfeit it.
Hey, now.
To use the phrase that pays up in New England.
Little different scenario.
Word. What are the Dolphins thinking? What are you doing? You're reaching out to Tom Brady as he's leaving New England saying, hey, how about you come down here? Whoa.
Does Brian Flores have a smile on his face today?
Well, he's
proven right.
And so then what else in his lawsuit is right?
Right. Exactly.
Man, he wasn't messing around, firing off letters within that building. And of course, Stephen Ross has got it in for him. If his coach is going to take that stuff and immediately start writing letters and creating a paper trail. No wonder Stephen Ross wasn't a Brian Flores fan. But good for him, man. That's church bells right there ringing. On his part. Wow. And I don't know. Maybe should Miami have lost 2 first-round draft choices? One for each star? Like you're talking about the. I mean, who's more tenured? Brady in obviously New England since 2000 and the Saints coach since 2006. You're just knocking on their doors when they're under contract?
Hey, yo,
here's my favorite line from this thing, too.
Brockman, what up, though?
How about this one?
Hey.
This is I didn't read this line. I didn't read this line about what they did with Sean Payton. Here you go. They contacted Payton Payton's agent about having Mr. Payton serve as Miami's head coach. Miami did not seek consent from New Orleans to have these discussions, which occurred before Coach Payton announced his decision to retire as head coach of the Saints. Here we go. Following that announcement, Miami requested permission to speak to Coach Payton for the first time. And here's the last one. This is it. Which New Orleans declined to grant. Yeah, we're not interested in that. Oh, now you're just going to knock on the door, huh?
Ding dong.
Because you don't think they knew that they reached out to Sean? Of course they did. Everybody knows everything in this league because everybody talks.
Like some chatty Cathys in the NFL, right?
Oh, man. So, those Dolphins New Patriots games will have an interesting twist to it. Although Stephen Ross, will he be there he won't be there for the opener. Come on, man. I understand all's fair in love and war, that old phrase, but come on, man. Come on.
This is awesome.
Yep.
This is awesome.
Yep. And then Stephen Ross tries to get Deshaun Watson in the middle of all this. Wow. Maybe they'll be better off with him sitting on the sideline for 2 months. Just get him out and just figure out, let Mike McDaniel with all of this other stuff and whatever he might be knocking on the door and saying to executives and causing his coach to create paper trails, just try and play some football games.